Hey guys, today is October 25th, 2019, and I am pre-recording this. So we have asked some questions so that we can interact with you guys like we normally do, but today is actually not live because I am at Quilt Market with my team and we are buying lots of fabric. So I'm going to start with some new stuff, and at the very end we are going to have some market sneak peeks. I would love for you to follow us on all of our social media channels, which is Fat Quarter Shop. We're going to have nightly updates on the blog. We're going to have stuff all day on Instagram. We're going to put a photo album each night up on Facebook so that you can see all of the fun stuff just like you were there. So that's totally awesome. And Piggy's going to market. Look, this is the fake little piggy. I was going to bring the real Piggy today, but I just didn't. But Piggy's going to go to market, and he's going to have fun, and he's going to be on social media, so you can, look for Piggy. This little Piggy. So I have been teasing Designer Mystery for a little bit. I made this quilt in 2 days. So this quilt will be up today. If it is not up today, it will be up on Monday. We have to wait for Moda to release their images. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Designer Mystery if you've never heard of it. It's like our 13th year doing this. We offer it in three different ways. You can buy just the blocks. So each month you would get one block for 12 months and have 12 blocks. That's one option. We also sell a finishing kit. The finishing kit is going to make this whole quilt top, including the binding and the pattern and everything. We also sell a backing set. So there's 3 ways to buy. And it's we kind of base this on something similar to like a $5 block of the month club, where if you were just going into your local store and you wanted to do something very inexpensive and you're on a budget, the way to go is just the blocks. Most people do buy the finishing kit, and it's a mystery. So each month we are using Moda fabric designers. The collection here is Bloomington by Layla Boutique, and this is her block. She's one of the designers, and so each month you get a block designed by a designer that's a Moda fabric designer, and in that you get the pattern. It's a color pattern, and you get the fabric. So we hope you sign up for this year, and I'm going to show you the backing. So this is the backing. So you can see the binding is like the blue. And this is going to be your backing. Now my backing is actually pieced because I didn't have enough of this one print, but this is the backing that you would get. And I hope you sign up. It's super awesome. And it's very, I would say, very beginner friendly. I made this quilt in 2 days. So I'm super excited. And it is on point, but it's a very easy on point. It is not hard. It is not advanced at all. So I'm super excited about that. Now, if you guys have any questions on Designer Mystery, just put them below and we will answer them right away. But I'm so excited. I can't wait to take my quilt home. We took it for a photo shoot yesterday, so it's back. So that's something new and exciting, and I'm just super excited about it. And I've been working on Patchwork Pinwheels. So if you look way back in January, I did a video where I show you how to make some little pinwheels. I just saved them in my little box. So I show you how you can make your pinwheels with your H100 triangles on a roll. And my box is full of triangles. This is about as neat as my kids put it back. So I put together a free pattern for you guys that is linked below, and I have part of it done. It's very heavy though, guys, because of all of the, it's very heavy from all of the piecing. So there's the front. Now there's another top. This is only half of it. I don't have enough pinwheels to finish it. So there's my back, guys. So if you want to talk about a hot mess of a hot mess of a hot mess, that's what that is. But it's very, very heavy. So I have got that done, and I'm super excited. I was thinking I was going to be able to finish it, but I don't have enough pinwheels. My daughter laid out all the pinwheels for me, so that really did help with time. But then she counted the remaining ones, and then I realized I don't have enough to finish. So I'm super excited about that. And again, it's a free pattern. It just uses the H100 triangles on a roll. And the whole premise of that is to use your leftover scraps from all of your quilts throughout the entire year, and then you have a little quilt that's like a memory of all the quilts you made that year. And I tend to use the same kind of colors, so you're going to see a lot of pink, aqua, and navy. And I think it looks really cute. I think I'm going to make it more of like a little table topper. I can't remember the finished size, but it's not big enough. It's kind of a baby size, maybe a little bit bigger. So I got that done, so that's super exciting. And I caught up on Lori's vintage block along. So Lori Holt is doing a free block along. It's called Vintage Block Along on her blog. And it is for the whole year of 2019. And if you sew along, it's all free. You can just use your scraps. And then at the end of the year, she's going to show you how you put it all together. And we'll eventually make a book out of that. But it will be in a couple of years. So I got caught up, and luckily they were all small blocks that I needed to get caught up on. I'm using Farm Girl Vintage Farm Girl Vintage Collection, and then Farm Girl Vintage Companion prints, and then bee backgrounds, and then I'm also using some of Christopher Thompson's Blossom prints for backgrounds. So I made this one very similar to Lori's, so I didn't change my colors at all. I also copied her on this one. So I copied her on that one. And then this one I changed a little bit. I really wanted to use the ginghams that are in one of her panels from one of her collections, and so I was finally able to use them. So I cut up little squares, and then I fussy cut the dress. And then I think I copied this one also. I think I changed the background, but I copied most of it. So I'm super excited to have caught up on that. And then some of you guys know me too well, and y'all keep telling me I need to finish my Harry Potter quilt. So I'm happy that you guys are motivating me to get off my butt and do it. So I got one block done.
Hey.
Okay, let me look at the name of it, because I obviously...
It's Dumbledore.
There you go. That's what it is.
Dumbledore.
I don't know who that is. I don't know.
Was the headmaster of Hogwarts.
Okay, well, there you go. There he is. I have 5 left. It's torture. It's hard for me to work with solids, but I am going to finish. This is a free sew-along, free pattern on Kelly Fannon's blog. Her blog is, if you just Google, seriously, I think I need stitches, Harry Potter, you will find it. That's how I find it every time. We have some kits available also, but I just wanted to show you my little thing. And this is the pattern, the free Patchwork Pinwheels pattern. It is on our free pattern page toward the bottom, but this is what it looks like. So I'm just missing this top row over here. And then it's so weird to do this live stream without you guys talking to me, because I have nobody to ask me questions. So I'm trying to not talk too fast. But any question, guys, that you have, just put it in the comments and we will answer them. Corey Yoder and Sherry McConnell have this brand new book, Sunday Best, and they're doing a sew along, and yay, I have the block done. So on this one, I am using 29067 color 41 and color 33 for these two. And I'm using that throughout, and then their setting is also going to have kind of like a 4-patch, 9-patch. I can't even remember if it's a 4-patch or a 9-patch, and those are the 2 colors I'm using throughout. Her new collection, Sugar Creek, just arrived, so I'm going to use that for my backing. And they show this in 2 options, one with a border and one without a border. I think I'm going to use the without a border option. And I have one of her older panels that is like, they're kind of like fussy cut panels, and I might throw that into a piece backing. So I'll finish this by December 31st. So that's my goal, December 31st. So hopefully I will have that done. My goal is to really get a lot of these things that I've been working on all year just kind of wrapped up, so when I start 2020, it's kind of a fresh start, and I've got like very little on my plate so I can add more, because it's always, if you add too much to your plate, you're going to get overwhelmed. So I'm trying to wrap up a couple things. And then we are working on Perfect 5 Sew Along. So Perfect 5 is a book by Itsuema, which is named after my daughter. And in here, we're doing a sew along. All you need is the ruler and the book. And then we have a free PDF releasing each week for a couple of months to make a big sampler quilt. I've shown it a couple of times and I'll show it again. Actually, I'll let Skylar is going to be our model. He's going to hold it while I show everyone's blocks on the side. So the book is here, and our sew along shows you how you can turn the quilts in here into a big sampler. So for this week, our block is, this one is by Cheryl, Sugar Creek. So I think it would go like right there. And this one would go, ooh, this is perfect. Look at that, this works good. Okay, these are Cheryl's by Sugar Creek. These are Angels, and she is using Chef Arcani by French General. And if you want to see all of my employees' blocks throughout, you can see them on the previous weeks, and they're going to quilt them, and we'll show them all finished up too. So these are Angels. And then these are Sue's. Sue works in customer service, and Sue is using Harper's Garden by Sherry McConnell. Skylar's arms are going to get tired. I'm trying to go faster. You can show the back.
All right.
Yeah, you can show the back. And then Terry from customer service, she's using Shelbyville by, oops, it's upside down. Sideways. This is Terry's.
2 times in a row now.
Joe Morton, and this is Shelbyville. And this little label in the center I got from Sweetwater. I'm in her label club. These, I'm not sure who made them. There's not a name on them. Oh yeah, they are. They're Terry's, sorry. The fabric looked different. And then these are Nancy's. And Nancy has worked for us now, I know, 14 years.
Wow.
So,
Go Nancy.
yep. And this is Brenda Riddle's Finnegan. Da-da-da. And all the fabric requirements, if you want to sew this quilt, all the fabric requirements are on our blog. Everything is on our blog, so you can find it there. And we're going to do some Perfect 5 shout outs. So this is Judy Griffin, and she's doing, this is blocks 3 and 4 of Perfect 5. Super cute. And we have got Mrs. Embroidery Quilts, and this is the week before, week 1, so that's pretty awesome. And then, oh my gosh, this is so cute. I wonder what, this looks like blend fabric maybe?
Yeah, it's Wizard of Oz themed.
Wizard of Oz, okay, so I'm not sure what fabric that is, but that's pretty awesome. And that's So Polly 1.
Oh, it's a Riley Blake fabric, Dorothy's Journey.
Awesome. This is Pinkerville. I know that's Pinkerville background, so I think that's Pinkerville. Busy Mama Quilts. That looks awesome.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, it
And
is
that
like
background
Pinkerville.
print is sold out right now. We're going to have more in November. Sorry, Lily.
No, it's okay. It's a beautiful background. I love it.
And this is Jennifer Richter Buttrey, and I'm so excited because she's using the same fabric I use, which is Early Bird, so that's super exciting. And then Jinky Lynn, she's using A Day in Paris by Modern Background Color Box, both from Zen Chic Moda Fabrics. Yay! And so, you guys, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we just released our beginner quilt series, which is a beginner quilt. And Skylar is going to show us all of our employees' quilts. So the first one is Lily's. And Lily made all of hers from start to finish, even quilting it.
Ooh.
So she used some solids. I'm going to move these so you can see. There you
A little
go.
bit lower.
Oh.
There you go.
There you go. So that is Lily's, and she quilted it, and she followed the video that Gina Tell did for us. So Gina Tell is from Thread Graffiti, and she was so nice to come in. She did lots of videos for us. One is on straight line, and one is on free motion, and just how you do that and how you baste your quilt. So if you haven't made a quilt before, this is a great one. Our second one is by Gracie. She used Bella Solids. We're going to show the backings too because I forgot that.
Oh, cool.
That's okay. So this one is Gracie. She used Bella Solids, and Mike from mylongarm.com quilted it. And then this is the backing. And that looks like French General. That is really striking and really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Angels. She is a very new quilter. She used grunge on the front. So this is all grunge, and then she put a grunge dot on the back. It's pretty, right? And then this is also quilted by Mike. And so if you ever like one of the pantographs or anything like that and you reach out to him, you can just say, you know, it was so-and-so's quilt and it was called this. He keeps records of everything so that if you wanted to have him do the same thing, he could. That one's really pretty. And then this one is by Taryn. This is Bella Solids, and then she used on the, so that's the front, is Bella Solids. And she put a Ruby Star Society fabric on the back. Yes. The unicorns. I've got more unicorns coming up. And Mike also quilted this one. And, okay, go closer because I want them to see the variegated thread.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, okay, so can you see it on the black? The thread is all variegated, and it's hard to see from the front, but from the side, turn to the side. There, right there. See, you can see. Oh, it looks so good.
So
see, and I think that's awesome because I would be too scared to put variegated on mine. So that looks good. And then our last one is by Sue. She works in customer service. She used just the fabric that came in our kit. And Mike also quilted it. And he did a stippling on this one. And she used the suggested backing. She used the same as the border. So I'm so thankful to everyone who quilted along with us, and I was super nervous, I'm just going to be honest, about doing that whole series because I didn't know how it would go. The videos are super long, and I thought people were going to just say, turn her off, she's annoying, like that's way too much information. But you guys, y'all really supported me and Lily and everybody who works here by doing it, and it was super fun. I'm glad that y'all haven't screamed in big caps that the videos were too long because I was so scared, guys, of this. And I'm just super impressed that especially people who like have been quilting forever even made it. So super honored that you guys like watched. And then we have some shout outs to show you what some of you guys made. So this is Ryan, Barbara Hand, and oh yeah, I read this one. So her 16-year-old daughter made it, and then what they did is they used the spelling bee book by Lori Holt to make the letters for her name, and then put it at the top, and that is so cute. And then we've got April Cravens, and hers has some birds, and that's really pretty border.
Ooh, I like how she fussy cut the birds.
Oh, she did. And then Gail Wilson, we're seeing a lot of Halloween ones, and that's super cute. And then blue and yellow, this is Margaret Bergen, super pretty. And it looks like I think she said in there that she quilted it herself too. And then Pam Morrell, so she added some blocks. So that's super creative to like step outside the box, and add some blocks. So that's super cute.
We should make that a theme. Step outside the block.
Yes, we should make a bag. And then Terry Dickinson Neal. Yay! So excited.
Oh, she's got a puppy on hers.
She does. Oh, she does. Oh, look at the little doggy.
It's a baby.
I love the little doggies. Look, Piggy says hi. Don't think that I don't talk to my dog like that either. He stayed home with me yesterday, and we treated him like a little king. And this is Teresa Roche, and she also added blocks, so that's super exciting. Oh, it's just a little nutter doggy. Look, say hi.
So that's Sherlock. That's my dog.
That's your dog.
Yeah, that's my dog when I was trying to bind my quilt.
Lily totally just tricked me. I didn't even know. Look, hi. I didn't know that was Lily's.
Yeah, that's
just a
Shirley
little
boy.
puppy.
Yeah.
That little doggy, he tears all the stuff up.
Yes, he does. It's
Piggy
okay.
says, I'll pee on everything, and he'll tear everything up. Yay. So that's what we have for Ultimate Beginner. I've had a lot of questions of if we're going to do another series like that. Lots of questions on that. And so if we did, it would be like 2 years out. It really has, you know, the YouTube channel can only handle so many videos because y'all don't want to see me that many times. And so if we just put more and more content out, y'all just watch less and less. So it's kind of taken over. We have lots of videos coming from all kinds of people. And so we don't want to take away from our guests and all the people that we invite to be on the channel. We don't want you to get tired of us. So I feel like it's been a little bit of a Kimberly overload, and we're going to pull it back a little bit. But it has been so fun. So I'm going to transition into another sew along because, you know, at Fat Quarter Shop, we just have to sew along. So we did Triangles on a Roll book. This is also, it's Sew Emma, named after my daughter. And in this book, we picked 2 blocks and Sarah put together a quilt using 2 of the blocks. The 2 sizes of triangle paper are, I can't really remember. I think it's 4-inch and 5-inch that we used on the sew along, but it uses Triangles on a Roll, which is triangle paper, and we have some quilts. And Skylar's gonna help us. This first one is Lily's. And on the front, she used ombre bloom. And if you want to know more about Triangles on a Roll sew along, it's called 8 Carat Quilt, and it is on our blog. And so on the front, she has ombre bloom by V&Co. She did a really nice wide binding because on Shannon, you can just pull it to the front, and she machine quilted it down. You should show it up close, Lily.
Oh, no.
And then Mike quilted this one. So she just, you know, you can see, you just quilt right on the edge. And then on the back, this minky fabric is by Shannon. We have it on reorder, and we'll put a link to it below. So we're sold out of it. And it's really soft, even though it's got the silvery stuff. Mm-hmm. Super pretty. Mm-hmm. Yay. And then we have got Deborah's quilt. It's also quilted by Mike. Oh my goodness. And this one is dyed by Deborah, and she used Northport prints, and this is Minnick and Simpson fabric. And on the back, this is her back. So pretty. And this one is mine. Oh my goodness. I get to take it home now. I love when I get to take things home. So that one is mine. I used I used Christopher Thompson, and this is the back. It's something borrowed, maybe? Something borrowed. I made it quite a while ago, but I'm excited to take it home. And then we have Angels, who is, of course, French General. She must love French General. Mike also quilted this one. And I think she put, maybe she didn't, but, oh no, she didn't do a wider binding, a wider border, but she made this, guys. Every stripe is going the same direction. So this is a striped print. So I'm so impressed that all the stripes are going the same way. You can't really tell it's a stripe, but it is. And then this is her backing. And we've shown these before, but now they're all quilted. So that's fun. We also, I'm just going to show some new stuff now, since Skylar's already standing here. This is a new kit. It's called Broken Dishes. It is a pattern by, it's Sew Emma. That is our, and it's a rectangle. And so Jocelyn designed it. Karen Hardy is one of our proofers. She proofs all our It's Sew Emma books. She pieced this for us, and Mike quilted it. And so this is available as a paper pattern, PDF pattern, quilt kit, and a backing set. Oh, can you show the backing, how it looks with the ombre?
Yeah, this thing is huge.
Oh yeah.
It's bigger than me.
I'm so glad that you're here today. So see how the ombre goes in and out and in and out. So it's really pretty. We kind of put a more calm print on the back just because I didn't know if a bright would look so good on the front.
And there will also be a block tutorial on the YouTube channel next week for that.
Yes. And then this is Nothing Like Home. Okay. So this is, we took one of the It's Sew Emma patterns called Cranberries and Mistletoe, and we kitted it up with Pat Sloan fabric. Her fabric is called Bonnie Lane. It is by Benertex, and we put together a kit. And Pat Sloan helped us with it. So this is the kit. And it's just a way to show you how you can take an existing pattern and make it look totally different. So this is Christmassy, and this is not. So that's super awesome. And then I wanted to go back and clarify that on our 8-carat quilt that we just showed, it's H300 and H400, which is the 3 and 4 inch finished sizes. So I was incorrect on that. And we have some new videos that came out this week. Last market, they released Harvest Road by Layla Boutique, and this is her fabric, and I love it. And it really, when you look at it, you really see two colorways. So Skylar's gonna hold these two next to each other so you can see that we divided them.
Oh.
Yeah, so come this way. There we go. So this is a quilt as you go table runner, and all I did was take the jelly roll, which is right here, divided it in half, and made 2 table runners. And it's quilt as you go. We have the batting available, the jelly roll, but you can do it with anything, but this is very, very beginner friendly. Super, super beginner friendly. I made these in like a day, and then we can show the back that I used. Oh yeah, and then what I did is I picked a fabric that would work with either on the backing. So I just picked something so that I could save money on yardage because it goes with both. So that is a brand new video. It is called Quilt As You Go Table Runner. It's just a simple table runner. It just uses a jelly roll. Jelly roll makes 2 table runners. Super, super beginner friendly, free pattern, free video. So that's great. Actually, there's not a free pattern. The pattern is just the video. And then also we got in Harvest Road. So these are her pre-cuts. I'm gonna just put them on the table. We've got the fat quarter bundle, all her pre-cuts. Everyone's been waiting for this one. I really like this collection because it looks totally different. And of course we made a Jolly Bar. A Jolly Bar, if you don't know, a Jolly Bar is a 5 by 10 inch pre-cut. It's named after my last name. Since I'm so like creative, like let's just name stuff after myself, which is like so weird. But they all come with a free pattern anytime you buy Jolly Bar. And this is our Jolly Bar kit. It is called Timberland Roses. Crystal designed it for us, and Cheryl sewed it, and Gina from Thread Graffiti quilted it for us. And it's really, really pretty. And then the back, we put a really pretty backing. So that is a quilt kit that's also available. And if you didn't want the kit, the pattern is free in the Jolly Bar. Now, our Jolly Bar patterns are only available within that Jolly Bar until we release a book later. And then we have this panel. I'm gonna let Skylar open it and show it to you, so I can take it home. Because if I open it, like I get to keep it, right? Okay, so this is the panel. Just so you can get the feel. You're 6'2", 6'3"?
6'3", yeah.
He's 6'3", so this is how big this panel is. It is digitally printed, and it goes with her collection, and the panel is called Nature. Sideways.
Sideways.
Oh,
Keep
upside
going.
down now.
The other way. And so if you were going to sew this into a quilt, it tells you on here what you need. You would just need 2/3 yard binding, 4 3/4 yard backing. It is 57 by 68. So that is like a quilt in a box. Just get the panel. If you're a beginner, get it quilted, and I'm taking it home because it's beautiful. I love it. So that's brand new, and it's digitally printed. And then in our Sew Sampler subscription box, we do a little block each month that's a free pattern that just comes in your box. It's a bonus. And we had a kit using the original fabric line, and it sold out right away. So we re-kitted it in Sugar Creek. So this is her newest collection that just arrived last week. So if you missed that first kit, we have it in here. And I can't show it to you because it's a secret, but it's really heavy. It's a lot of stuff. And then I'm gonna do this one last. We're gonna show you this awesome quilt right here. This thing is ginormous. So this is really why we called Skylar, because we knew that we couldn't hold this. So this, I wanted to show that Denise had this made. This is a panel by Ruby Star Society. It's digitally printed, and she had it quilted by Mike. I love the quilting on it. It's a rose print. And on the back, she put the black grunge. So she put black on there. And the panel is called Crescent Unicorn Panel. It's so pretty and it's so soft. It's very soft for being a panel. And the panel has lines on it. So can you zoom in, Lily? Like, it has cut lines. So I'm sure that when she binds this, she's just going to cut along the line, which makes it nice and straight for you, so you don't have to think. Since you've got so much out here, you know exactly where to cut, which really helps with, but it's so awesome. And we have, I think we have like 40 left. So I just wanted to show you, since Denise made that. And then we have one more quilt that Denise made. This is the one from last week. This was the Swatch Quilt Kit, and this is Ruby Star Society, and it was a kit, and in the kit is just pre-cut rectangles. And I just wanted to show you because she really likes Ruby Star. On the back, she has Added Up, which is a rose gold print. It is one of their basics. She has it's like a pinkish color. So she,
It came in the kit.
oh, it came in the kit. Sorry, it came in the kit. And so she got this quilted by Mike also. And so I just wanted to show you guys that this is some other stuff that we have that we're working on. And then the last thing is my big news is we have the kits now from Pillow Talk. So Pillow Talk is a kit, excuse me. Pillow Talk is a book that Aditya Sitar wrote, and Soma published it, and she put together kits. So Lily's gonna just pop up all of the kits that are available, and I'm gonna pull, like, on that first one, I'm gonna pull the one that she's showing, so I can kind of show you what the kits have in them. So for example, I'm not going to show you all of them, but this one, for example, in it is the picture. You need the book for the instructions. This is the background that you would put for the pillow top, some applique pieces, and some more applique pieces. Now on the back of them, it's fusible web. So all you have to do is follow your pattern to finish. And so Lily's going to just go through and show you all of them. But just so you can see, they're all in cute little containers. And they come pre-packaged. And all you need to do if you want to finish it into a pillow is add your backing and binding. So she's just going to scroll through real quick all of them. We've been waiting on these and super excited. And I've seen some people in the Stitch Squad making them. The Stitch Squad is Kimberly's Stitch Squad on Facebook. It's my Facebook group where I get to see what all of you guys are making. And I did to put these kits together for us. So super fun.
It's got a few more.
Yeah, and they're all just pre-cut. Everything is already pre-cut, so all you have to do is sew, and it takes all the time and effort out of doing it. And we just kind of put them together in these cute little Yay! So here's all the kits, how cute they are. I wanted to kind of show you some of the others that are not applique, just so you can see. So like on this one, this is English paper piecing. So in here, you have all of the fabrics already cut. And all you have to do is add, if you want the paper that you would put behind it, to fold over your fabrics. So there's one. And for example, this one, this is using bias pieces. Everything's pre-cut. This one is super, yeah, I don't know who wants to cut that, not me. So there you go. And so that is our Pillow Talk. If you have any questions on the Pillow Talk kits, just put a comment below. If you click into the kit, it tells you exactly what each kit has since they're all different. And I wanted to let you know that Farm Girl Vintage 2, our sew along, is starting next week. This is the brand new book for Lori Holt. It starts November 1st. It goes through April 3rd, 2020. Information is on our blog. It's hashtag Farm Girl Fridays. And of course, it's going to be, you know, on Lori's. Also, you can follow her on Instagram at BLori1. And so, that is what I have for today. We're going to do some shout outs. Do we have any? We're going to do our additional shout outs, my top 5, and then we're going to do Q&A.
Okay.
And I'm going to snuggle up with my designer mystery. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. This is Maxine Menzel Suchotsky, and it says her son is excited about candy and trick-or-treating.
Yay.
So that is a free pattern that we have on our blog. So if you wanted to make that, you could totally make that. And then this is Peach Luttrell. Okay, so I was just talking about her. So she's in our Stitch Squad, and she posted this. And so I saw that she bought 2 more also. So I'm super excited to see what pillows she's making. And then, oh my gosh, okay, so Lori showed me this one last night. This is Fabric and Thread Art. And she's taking her Sew Sampler boxes, and she's putting Lori's fabric collections by color and storing them. So Lori and I both really liked that. And this is so cute. This is Cindy Johnson Herb. Okay, this is her grandson, right? Or is it her son? Yeah, grandson. Mm-hmm. And so he told her she had to share. And he's putting all his tools in his stash and store. It's so cute.
That's amazing. That is one of the best uses of stash and store I've seen.
I know. I was like, those tools are big.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so those are our shout outs this week. And then I put together like top 5 musicians because I couldn't come up with anything else. So you guys need to send ideas for these if you even like this. So my top is Dave Matthews. I love Dave Matthews. Sturgill Simpson and Chris Stapleton are close second and third. Beastie Boys all-time favorite, and I probably shouldn't put this, but I love Snoop Dogg. So there you go. Probably not, might not be what y'all listen to, but I like, that shows you that I like a wide variety of stuff. I don't ever stick to one genre in my life. It's always a chaos of stuff. So we are going to take questions. We had taken questions from Facebook, Instagram, and all of that last week. And so I'm just going to answer questions for you guys.
Oh, right. Okay. From Chris Schlevine, what is your favorite quilt you have ever made?
Okay, so Chris, I met you at the Festival of Quilts, and I thought about that question, and I just don't have one. I love a lot of my quilts. I just can't decide on one. I would say my charity quilts and my designer mystery quilts are always my favorites because I get a lot of input into what we make and all of that, and so I would say those as a whole would be my favorite.
And from Melissa Goldson, I'm in the summer month block of the month. Just want to be assured that in month 9 to 10, when we are doing the finished framing around the blocks, that we will get additional fabric for these. LOL.
Yes.
I want to make pinwheels from scraps from the monthly blocks, but nervous about using it up.
Yes. So each month you have exactly what you need for that month. So if you have anything left over, you don't need to save it. And there's all the fabric is in there, is plenty to make all of the quilt top and the binding.
And from Jody Van Dyne Giffen, no question at the moment. I would just like to say I truly love everything about FQS, Kimberly, Kevin, and staff have first-class service, and I feel they are miles and miles ahead of the rest of the industry.
Thank
you so much. That's very
Look,
kind.
Piggy's going to sit in my lap. We're going to pretend Piggy's
Oh.
here. Piggy.
Okay. Debbie Shapiro Gelkin, the hardest part for me is choosing colors. What is the first thing you do with a charm pack? I'm thinking of choosing 2 packs from Corey Yoder for the quilt along, but so scared about picking fabrics. Help.
So I used to struggle with that a lot, and then after I met Lori, she really kind of helped me with it. When you're starting a quilt, the easiest thing to do is go through that charm pack, find your very favorite print, use it, and then you'll get more comfortable as you're sewing because you'll see how the colors are looking. But I would say just kind of start with your favorite. Go from your favorite to your least favorite, because then you kind of can build your confidence up.
All right. From Joanna Lovering, she says, I watched the behind the scenes when you demonstrated the pineapple paper. Was that at your home? The aqua walls and roses outside the window were lovely.
Yeah, that's my house. Yeah.
All right.
And I didn't plant those roses. I bought the house from someone else, and they planted them, and I've never watered them, nothing. I don't do anything.
Oh, wow.
They just live.
That's
I'm not an outdoor person. I'm not a gardener. None of that.
Okay, Margaret DiCarlo. Please remind me of your favorite Aurifil thread colors.
2000 is what I use 99% of the time. I took that question though, and I put together a list of my top 5 Aurifil colors, and it's going to come up in a future like top 5. But any other top 5 ideas you have, just put them in the comments, and I'll put together my answers. I mean, I think it's silly, but we'll do it.
From Brenda Hughes, how did you get started in the quilting business? What prompted you to start Fat Quarter Shop?
I just had a job. I knew I wasn't going to have a job soon because the economy was bad, and I kind of just thought, I'll just do it. I just thought it was going to be like a little hobby.
Sue Cantor, I am planning on doing the perfect 5 quilt along, thinking of using a layer cake and sub-cutting 5-inch pieces rather than buying 4 charm packs. Do you see any downside to doing this?
No, I did that. I cheated because we don't, when we do sew-alongs and stuff and I'm sewing way in advance, we don't always have, I didn't have 4 charm packs, so I had some pre-cuts. I had a layer cake, so that's kind of what I had to do, so it definitely works. But, when I'm sewing stuff from advance, I'm just playing with sample yardage and throwing stuff together.
From Teresa Woodruff, I've always wondered how many people work at FQS. You put out so much content and are so quick with shipping and responses. Everything is top notch. I imagine it's quite an army behind the scenes.
That's a Krabby Patty secret. That means I'm not telling you.
Christine A. Vanneman, what or where is your dream vacation? Do you take a sewing machine with you?
Oh, I like when I go, every year I go and sew with Lori. I like that, but vacation for me would just be my favorite vacation I ever took was to Crime Con because I was by myself. I would say with the kids, just wherever they want to go. I don't even care. Whatever they want to do, I'll do. And with me, my favorite vacation is Vegas because I like to gamble. That's probably not PC, but I like to gamble. And I like everything's even if you're not gambling, you can just go look at these fancy shops. Even if you can't afford them, it's fun. You can get to look, and you can get inspired by even the displays they have and all the creativity that they put into that, and the restaurants and the walking. And I don't know, it's just really pretty. I like all the stuff.
And the Cirque du Soleil shows?
No. Lily made me go to one. I'm never going again.
That's hilarious.
I only went for her. She took me to con. I did not understand any of it at all. I was very but yeah, I love to see comedians like George Wallace, all that stuff. I like comedians, but I don't love the shows. I'm not very artsy. I don't know if y'all can figure that out, but I'm not very I don't really get it. So she had explained the show to me, and I was I still don't get it even after she explained the whole thing. I just don't comprehend all that stuff. And now I wonder why my daughter doesn't do good with reading comprehension. Yeah,
Aww.
You kind of got that from me.
Well, I'm very thankful you did the show for me.
Yeah, I did. It was cool. It was just very dark.
Mm-hmm. All right, Stephanie Bernstein says, do you send all of your quilts to a long arm, or do they put the bindings on them too?
I send all of my quilts to either Mike or Gina, whoever has availability and time. I love to do the binding myself. Gina has done a couple of the bindings for me if I'm last minute, or Deborah in customer service will sometimes help me out with that if I'm just completely out of time. But I do love to do the binding myself. But and if I have a small quilt, I'll quilt it on my Baby Lock Sashiko machine. But when I say small, it's got to be small.
All right. From Katie Oglesby Jolson, how do you figure out why sewing stitches are not even? I cleaned my machine, rethreaded, and still it misses stitches. Any advice or ideas?
So Gina Tell helped us put together a tension guide, which would really help you with that, and it talks about your tension, and I would say it's probably got something to do with tension. And wouldn't that help, Lily?
Yes, the tension guide will help you. It has suggestions on what to change with either your tension at the top or your thread,
yes,
things like that. Also, always changing out your needle. I find that
Yes.
solves 99% of my problems along with rethreading. And then also from Katie, it would be awesome if you did another beginner quilt or intermediate ultimate beginner quilt along, which we addressed at the beginning. Also, the beauty of the Ultimate Beginner Quilt series is that it lives on forever. If you haven't had a chance to do it yet, like, you can start at any time. The videos and the blogs are there. Okay, from Cheryl Duke Taylor. When cutting, should your measurement line on your ruler be off edge of fabric or on edge of fabric? Sorry if it was covered in the Ultimate Beginner series, but I didn't catch it if it was.
On the edge is what Denise and I think the answer is.
Okay.
We weren't 100% sure, but basically when you put your fabric down and you put your ruler, I just cut right on the edge of the ruler and I trim off as little as I have to. It's just to save.
And from Stephanie Payne, what was your first quilt and the name of the block?
So I took a quilt class. It was like a 9-patch variation, and I used blue and yellow, very similar to one of the blue and yellows that I saw in the in one of the shoutouts that we did. It's somewhere, and it's not very pretty. It's very 90s. I'll say that. It's very 90s. It wasn't even in the 90s. It was like in the early. Wait, when did I graduate? Yeah, it was in the 90s. Ooh, I'm getting old. It was in the 90s.
All right, from Gary Gonzalez Garvin. I have been traveling and have fallen behind on several Block of the Month quilts. How would you suggest getting caught up? Thank you. I should put a little heart.
I would just set goals and just do a little bit at a time. Or just set aside a day where you're just like, all I'm doing is sewing. I'm doing nothing else. Like pre-make your food and have everything and just go. But I would say, or you could just like write out a little schedule for yourself and just do, and as you do a little bit, it's all going to add up.
From Marsha Baker, I would like to see how to cut fabric. Like if you had a 15-yard bolt and needed some fabric, how do you cut it down to size a yard at a time?
I just use my cutting table and just cut it. Yeah, I would just, and I think maybe you might be talking about how we starch, and if I'm going to starch like a background and I have like 5 yards for a quilt, I would just kind of starch half yard or a yard at a time. Just cut a little bit off at a time what you're working with. That way the rest stays on the bolt and easy to.
From Carrie L. Christman, do you have a YouTube video on how to square up large pieces of fabric for cutting long strips? I always end up with an elbow in the middle.
So I have done a video on cutting length of fabric, and that will help you. I don't know the exact name or even the quilt, but if you just search Fat Cord or we can comment below with the video, I might talk about it. But it's really about folding and keeping all your pieces really nice and together.
From Paula Guthrie, will the Riley Blake table runner patterns be available to buy?
They said maybe in the future they might do like a pattern set. As of now, they're not. They're just part of the club that is now closed. But I mean, in the future, they will sell it. That would be their decision.
Karen Amreen, Aurifil 58 thread number did Lori Holt do for Front Row Vintage Quilt and Vintage Christmas Quilt?
Probably 2024. She uses white. So whatever Aurifil white is what she uses. She always uses white.
From Shirley Johnson Hagen, do you think that Gina Tell could do some long arm instruction for us sometime on live stream?
She has, and in the future, yeah, sure, she could do some more.
Emily Bruno.
I mean, I'm saying that, but I don't know. I mean, I asked Gina, so.
We will ask Gina.
Yeah.
If she does not see this before we ask her. But yeah, that first video we did with her was, I think from September 7th of 2018. I remember because it was my birthday.
Oh my goodness.
That's the day I met Gina.
So we have designer sneak peeks. We have been seeing that designers have been showing lots of stuff for market. So I'm going to show you some of the sneak peeks we've so you can know what to look forward to when you follow us this weekend. So this is, I'll posted this. This is our app collection, and from what I've read, is the red on the left is going to be Bonnie's colorway, and on the right is going to be Camille's colorway, and it looks like all the pre-cuts are going to be separated by color. So we have both her PDF, both Camille and Bonnie's PDFs online now. Favorite patterns have been ordered, and the fabric collection looks really yummy there. This is Layla Boutique. This is Bloomington, and the thing is, this is the color we didn't use. So this is our design mystery. She's got the colors in there that we didn't use, and those are the colors. And then this is Robin Kent. So we decided we're going to try one of her collections again, since so many people are asking for it, especially Peach. Hi, Peach. She keeps asking me. So this is a little sneak peek, so I'm not sure what it's going to look like. I do see that it's got the same type of colors. And this is Janet Claire, and she's saying that her line is called Geometry, and I'm sure we're going to have that. This is April Rosenthal, and this one, what is it called? Magical. Let's see. I'm not sure the name of it. We haven't seen the lines yet, but that looks yummy, and it's Halloween, so of course, Halloween is favorite time, actually.
She could hashtag Midnight Magic fabric.
There you go. And then this is Betsy Chutchin, and her fabric sells really well for us. She is a fabric historian, and so that is what her collection is going to look like. I don't even know the name of it, but it looks yummy. And then this is Tally, and this is from Piece to Treasure, and what I have heard is that she's going to have some patterns that go with her toweling, so that's something fun and different to look forward to. Oh, and this is Violet Craft. So we have seen the Violet Craft, and this ships in April 2020, and the name of it is, let's see.
It's the Horse Thief Candy Bandana print from Buffalo Flats.
Okay,
So Buffalo Flats is the collection.
perfect.
I love them
We
Buffalo.
see so much fabric, I can't remember it all. And then this, I do know that this is going to be a quilt kit, and that is using the collection, and so we're offering this as a quilt kit. It is paste. Super cute. And this looks like,
Miss Melody Miller.
yep, so this is New Ruby Star Society, so of course we're going to buy this. And this is also Kim Kite, and we're going to buy this. And Rashida Coleman Hale. That's pretty. And then Sarah Watts. Super pretty. So those are the Ruby Star. And this is Heather Ross. And so what Wyndham did is they did a collection of her 20th anniversary. It is going to ship in May. And it's just all different prints of hers. And they don't all necessarily go together. But she has a quilt of them that's really big. I'm looking forward to seeing at Market. And then this one is a personal favorite. It's called Homestead Life. It's by Wyndham. It ships in April. And I totally love this fabric. It's got some chickens. It's so cute. And something you can look forward to. We just kind of take some of our favorites that we knew, okay, we're going to buy this, or we've seen it, or whatever. And Piggy, look, he's going to Market, and he's going to have so much fun. So you want to check out and see where Piggy is. Follow us on Instagram. So see you next time.